Yo, 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 what's poppin'? It's your boy Yo-Yo back with another video. Let's hop in. So today well, bear with me. This is, hopefully it's gonna go smoothly. But when I first started up my computer and, I was trying to do this before the stream, turns out I didn't have Docker installed on this device. So I went ahead and installed it, and I'm currently going through the initial steps to start it up. But today we're actually doing something pretty cool. We're going to be deploying apps using Docker, using DigitalOcean, and using CapRover. CapRover is in our previous video with Sean. We kind of talked about it a bit, and it's pretty much like a platform as a service, PaaS. I think that's what it stands for. And yeah, CapRover is gonna go over our DigitalOcean. It's gonna be installed to our server, and it's gonna pretty much allow us to can you please share my screen? So CapRover, I hope the text is big enough. It's extremely easy to use. And it helps us deploy to our web server. You can deploy Node.js, Python, PHP. The list goes on and on. There's a command line interface, a web. I don't know what GEU stands for. Maybe graphic user interface. Graphical user interface. Thank you, Jordan. If you guys aren't familiar with Docker, it is actually what Heroku is built on, and it's also a platform as a service. And I think you can call Docker I don't know. I wouldn't call it a programming language, but there is some sort of language to it. But think of Docker as pretty much like telling your server or your environment. They use these containers. That's what they call it, containers. But think of it as like an environment, as a server, as a device, and you're telling that container or that I guess protected environment what to install, what to have installed, what to load up, where to load it up from, and things like that. So if we quickly go open up our application, and I really hope that you guys bear with me today because we might be running into a lot of bugs, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you guys get to see at least how I solve my bugs. I would like to say that I'm a software engineer, but once you got to get that job title first to be official. I got a homie Jordan in my ear telling me like, no, I'm a STEM professional. I got this. So hopefully we'll be able to take on any bugs that we run into today. We are working with the same project that we did the autocomplete search on last week. It's my queued up project. It's what I'm doing for intensives. Intensives, by the way, is a week-long. I guess I don't know. It's a week-long program. I don't know, project, whatever you want to call it. It's part of our make school curriculum, and we have about like 3-4 of them every year. This is my last intensive, and pretty much we set a goal in the beginning of the week. So on Monday, we submit a proposal, and usually by that Friday, we've finished the project and are presenting it to our students, our classmates. So my proposal for my intensive was to implement the autocomplete search, and boom, we got that done. So I think we're good for intensives. And there's a few stretch challenges that I set for myself. One of them being deploying this on my, on my personal domain. And we're going to be using, like we said, Docker, DigitalOcean, and CapRover. Looking at our Docker file, I got it right over here. You just call it Docker file. And boom, look, it's this simple. With working with new, I guess, tools and things like that, I'm always a little bit worried and skeptical because I'm like, oh my God, how much code do I have to write? It's going to be hard to learn. Docker is one of those things that I would say it's hard to grasp or to fully grasp, just because it has like I don't know, you're not really seeing the code, you're not really interacting with it as much. It's all, I guess, in the cloud, so it's hard to see it if you're a visual learner like I am. But like taking a look at the code, it's not that hard. So we're saying that we're going to be working with Node. First things first, we're working from Node, and that's how you state it, from Node, and then the version of Node that you're working with. Okay. And in our environment, we have to create a directory, right? We're going to call this directory app. Okay. In our app, we're going to install our dependencies, right? So in our dependencies, package.json, quickly just hop over. These are the dependencies right here: async, consolidate, AGS, express handlebars, mongoose, etc. The list goes on. Whatever project that you're working with, you're going to have different dependencies, and to install them, it's simply copy package.json and then the directory that you're working in. For us, it's app. Okay, and then you simply run to run your project in that Docker container. All we're going to do is run npm install, and then boom, like that's pretty much it. We're going to copy over what we did and everything over, and then we're going to expose it to port 8080. And then this is the command right over here, just like in our terminal. When we're running it locally, we're using node mod. In this case, we're just going to do npm start. Okay, and that's it. That's actually all you need to include in your Docker file. It's pretty easy. If you're working with a node.js or a node project, you can honestly use the same Docker file. It really just depends on different types of things. One thing that I will say that I'll leave it when we run into it. How about that? And we also do need this Docker compose, and this one is for our database, or Mongo. This is why this one's crucial, right? And it's also just like another series. Just think of it as another series of instructions that you are giving that container, you are giving that environment to go by, and things like that. So we're going to build. We're going to tell it to restart always. Anytime it has any issues or stuff like that, not to like kill the application, no longer run it. No, we want it to restart and see if that restart is just going to help it out. Sometimes that's all it needs. And we specify the ports, and then dependencies. We need Mongo. Okay, my project depends on Mongo and Mongoose, so we definitely do need that. And then we specify where our data is going to lie. Excuse me, within our environment, within our container, just like we did when we created the app. And then we're just going to specify the ports as well. That's it. That's pretty much all we're going to need to really do on in our project, or in our project directory, in order to launch our project live on our server. So let's see what we got to do else other than adding these two files into our project to get this up and running. There's one more thing that we'll come to, this captain definition. Captain definition is from CapRover. They actually give you this line of code. It's just so that when CapRover is pushing our project, they know that we are going to be using Docker, and to look for our Docker file and to pretty much follow the instructions that we've listed in our Docker file. All right, sweet. Let's see where we are with this Docker installation, because I literally found out, before the stream, I did not have Docker installed. Let's go out, and I think this is a quick tutorial. I think we can just skip it, but let's just go run it real quick to make sure that we have no issues when we're pushing our thing live. You must be signed into Docker to share your image. Fine, let's quickly sign in. Ooh, I do not remember these at all. I hope this does not kill our fingers. I think we're in. Good boy remembered his username and password. Yay. Lucky us. All right, cool. So I think we're fully set up with Docker, and I think it's just yeah, I think we're done. Real quick, to install Docker, Google Docker, click on Get Docker, and then choose which one. Hope these are big enough, by the way, for you guys to read. Boom, boom. All right, cool. We got a Mac, so we click on the Mac. If you got a Windows, if you're using Linux, choose the device that you're using. All right, cool. So I think we got Docker, and then I was looking up DigitalOcean. We in. So I actually went ahead and created this droplet already beforehand. I want to show you how you can create it. Like how you can create it. The first things first, go to CapRover. This is it. Click on Get Started Now. Simple setup. Oh, by the way, if you're a new user to DockerOcean, not DockerOcean, DigitalOcean, I was actually thinking about doing this just to cop another, $300. They don't limit you. You just got to make a new account, and it gets hard to keep track of every new account, with old projects, and then you also have to switch your domain over every time. It's a lot of work. But yeah, so if you're new to DigitalOcean, cop your free $100. It says it's enough for 2 months of multiple servers, and these servers can get pretty taxing running for quite some time, especially if you have like a big project. I remember when I was first pushing, my first project to my server, one of the main issues I was having is that my I guess the server space that I requested for my server wasn't big enough to handle it, and there isn't, you think bugs or you think when you get a bug like that or error like that, terminal will let you know, or whatever program you're using will let you know, but they don't. So you end up like wasting a ton of time trying to figure it out. But simply, you just need a bigger, I guess, like data space or storage on your server. So yeah, so once you go to CapRover, once you go to getting started, simple. Click on this button, says create a droplet. It's going to immediately take you to DigitalOcean. So immediately going to take you to starting a new droplet, right? And looking over here, so here, let me show you how it looks like when just creating a new droplet all on by itself. It looks pretty the same, right? It looks very similar. There's one difference though, is that we do want to add a image, right? This image we're gonna get from the marketplace. We gotta search CapRover right over here, right? And then boom. As you can see, there's like other things. If you ever used OpenVPN, this is pretty dope to have on your server as well. And it's just like a click of a button, and it's gonna like pre-install it for you on your server. But yeah, so it's going back to stay on track, going back to CapRover. Boom, it's already selected for us. And then we go down over here and choose our plan, right? I just chose the $10 one. It's up to you what you're working with to choose, what plan suits you. And you don't got to do anything special over here. You can specify, your data center region. This is important if you are, really, if like latency is something big for you, you want your data center close to you. If you're working with a lot of data and you want to quickly access it, the closer you are to your server, the faster it will work. And then boom. If you haven't set up your SSH keys, it's a very simple. Click right over here. And what's dope about DigitalOcean is that they give you everything that you need while you're working with it. So you don't have to like open a second page, go to the documentation, figure out what you need to do for this part. It's very easy. It's right in front of you, ready to go. So I already did this. I actually have like 3 SSH keys right? You only honestly need one. It's just to authenticate that device and have a secure connection between that device and your server. So just quickly, create a new key pair by copying and pasting this in your terminal. It's something's gonna pop up like this, generating public and private RSA key. Enter a phrase. You can have a password. I didn't put a password for mine. And then lastly, you just copy this, run it into your terminal, and then here, like, actually, I don't want to show that on my. Actually, I don't want to show that. But yeah, you're just whatever it's going to end up popping when you run this command right over here. Just simply paste it, add a name, and then add SSH key, and you're set on that end, right? And then you go down all the way down and click drop it. Yeah, so that's what I already did before for us over here. This is what this is right over here, right? And then yeah, and they even give you like a quick hyperlink to getting started with CapRover. And this is when I realized I didn't have Docker. So let's go back to where I left off, and let's get this party started. All right, cool. So I should have Docker installed. So I need to run this line of code right over here. And hopefully this time it's not going to give me any issues. Unable to find image. That's fine. Just gonna download it. Okay, cool. Pulling all these things that we need. It's just gonna take some time. Just be patient. Wait for it. Hopefully with my data speeds, it doesn't take too much time. But yeah. By the way, guys, hope you guys are having a great day. I didn't have too great of a day today. Had some troubles with Lufthansa. Currently in Egypt and flying back next week. But your boy got it figured out. It's all good. Yeah. Drop a comment in the chat if you had a good day today. Let me know. What made it special. I'm interested in knowing. Like I said, you just got to be patient for this to load. A lot of the times, when working with Docker and working with your server and things like that, you just got to be patient for it. There's not much that we can do other than wait, because we can look ahead and see what we got to do after this is done. Let's say you own. We can take several hours here. Ooh, hope it doesn't take several hours for us. Confirm, go to enter. It doesn't really give us an action item to do. We'll figure it out in a sec. Set as a record in this settings to point the IP address of your server where you install CapRover. So that can take. I don't need this. This is not important. Assuming that you have npm installed on your local machine, simply run CapRover. This is for the command line tool. If you want to, launch your applications to your server using the command line tool, we might use it. I'm gonna try to use the GUI graphics user interface. Hope I said that correctly, Jordan. Shout out to Jordan for letting us know what that was earlier. And yeah, it looks like it's still downloading. Man, this might take some time. It's okay. We'll be patient. Let's see what we can look up on CapRover while we do this, and see if we can just get a little bit of info, beforehand, better educate ourselves about it, etc. There was a live demo. Let's see if we can check this out. Oh, they had the password over here. What was the password? Captain42. All right, Captain42. And password is incorrect. because I can't spell captain right. That's fine. All right. We don't need to save this, never. So this is an example of, and I hope this is big enough for people to see. This is an example of how our cap rover is going to look like on our server once it's installed. Okay, as you can see, like you can manage all the applications that you have on your server through cap rover. They did a demo using Node.js, PHP, MySQL, WordPress, another WordPress, right? So they have multiple projects deployed on their server using CapRover, right? Yeah, and then this is how you can create a new app. Does it have persisting data? You can do a one-click button. So look at the dashboard. Congratulations, you've installed and set up your CapRover successfully. We don't need this. Let's go to monitoring. Oh, cool. This is very cool as well. You actually get like data on your server and like what's going on, you know. As you can see, they had about 89,000 requests. They currently have 2 active connections. Wonder who's currently on this site other than me. They also have 2 active requests. They have 0 waiting requests. So this is cool data, as an engineer to look at, to see what's going on your server. This kind of just talks about their net data monitoring tool. Okay, cool. You can turn it off if you want. Oh, this is dope too. Look at this. So they also have a way to get notified. And I believe this is, when something is going wrong, when your server crashes, there's a bug, things like that. You want to know about it. You want to be able to get on it and, fix that bug so your users aren't annoyed. Oh, this is dope too. They also allow like Slack, Telegram. I don't know what push bullet is, but yeah. Now let's check out cluster. Setting up Docker registries only required if you plan on running on a cluster. No, we're not planning on doing that. I guess this is fine. And then settings. This is just to like change your password. There's like a default password. You first set it up, but then you can quickly change it. Okay, cool. So it looks like an error response. Mount denied. Path captain is not shared from host and is not known to Docker. You can configure shared paths from Docker, preference, file sharing. Okay, so I think I have just an issue with my preferences. So let's check out Docker. It looks like it kind of got it, but it gave us some issues. It says in use. Okay, let's go to the settings about. I want my preferences. Where are the preferences? I wonder if I can go through them here. Nope. Docker, you're letting me down, my man. We can also go through here, get up the docs. No, it should be preferences somewhere over here. To the delete. Thank you. General. Okay, cool. We found preferences. We got to go to resources. Boom. We're in resources. File sharing, right? And then we have to allow the path / captain. So maybe just got to add that. We hope we can find it. I don't think we will find it. Let's see. Do I just have to like make the folder? Let's Google this. See what Google says. Stack Overflow. Sweet. Looks like this guy had a similar issue. It looks like, did he just create it himself? I think so, but let's check out a different one to make sure. It's on my computer. It's like freaking out. Let's see if we can close some things to not have it freak out. Now, this is a Medium article. Let's not look at that. Let's see if we can just like create the folder, or let's go like this. Oh, boom. Sweet. Apply and restart. Come on, Docker. I guess we're just patiently waiting. All right, dope. And then we'll just go back to the terminal, push up, run our same command. And then looks like Capper over and Docker work best. All right, cool. It looks like it's working, guys. Nope, installation failed. Port seems to be closed. 80. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what ran. Capper over started. Installing Captain service. Installation of Capper over starting. Troubleshoot. See this. Cool. And then let's see what went wrong. Finally, if you are an advanced user, no. Okay. Installation failed. Port seems to be closed. 80. Let's see. My local machine without a public IP. In that case, you need to add this to your installation command. Nope, we're not trying to run it locally. We are trying to run it on our server. But let's see what we can find. Suddenly my server's down when I tried. Port 80 failed, nobody helped. Hi there, in case it came across this question. You can see, guys, like when you guys run into errors, it's just like a bunch of Googling, trying to figure out what's going on, why it's not working. Maybe let's type in Capro, and maybe it'll help out more. Sure, let's check out this GitHub port issue. You have to disable the firewall. Run WF disable when using disabled. Well, I actually don't know if mine is disabled. So let's run this real quick, see if that works for us. Ooh. Let's have to brew install. I guess while we're patiently waiting for that to install, you have not installed Homebrew in your Mac. It is crucial as a software engineer to have this installed. I cannot stress it enough. If you're like installing Python, Node, PHP, any package that you're missing, Homebrew is going to be your go-to person for it. And searching tabs, so it doesn't find that. Let me try to run a command again. No, maybe if I do sudo wf disable. Nope. All right, let's try to figure out a different thing. So guy also said we can run this. Unable to find image. So I guess it's going to download it. Waiting. I also want to look at like our old documentation. So this is Make School offers a class on Docker. This is our GitHub repo. I hope this is okay to show on the stream. Jordan, please let me know if it's not. But this is pretty much our class repo, and I always go back and refer to this repo once if I have any questions or anything like that. And we are deploying. I think it's no, here. I think it's this one. Here we go. Introduction to CapRover. Install on your server. Docker run. This is what we tried to run, but it gave us an issue. I guess we have to figure out that first before moving forward. And this is complete, ready for startup. I think this is done. So let's try running our thing one more time. And for troubleshooting, I think we'll also go to here, check it out. If we got to say. On your server, check this SSH. We're gonna make it a little bit smaller so I can check it out and read it. Okay, so I feel like we have a few things that we can use. See what's going on. No, it still says installation failed. Because of port 80, are you trying to run CapRover? No, otherwise if you're trying to run CapRover on with a public IP, your firewall may be blocking an in-use port 80, so simple solution. And see, they also told us to run this okay, so let's see how we can install, because Homebrew couldn't install it for us. Install WFT on Mac. This is telling me how to do it manually. Okay. Let's do it manually then. Open system preferences, security, privacy, and firewall options. All right, cool. Security and privacy. And then we go to firewall key. Here it is. Firewall's off. Click on firewall. No, my firewall's off. All incoming connections are allowed. This is weird. I wonder if I turn it on, if it'll will work. Nope, we are still getting that same issue. So this didn't help out. We did turn it off. But what might be going wrong? Let's see. A simple solution on systems is to run WF security risk, or recommend just allowing the necessary ports. See if we can just allow these ports. We don't have W or UFW. I think we found something to help us out. We don't have Java. My man. Okay, so we're currently installing, I believe, Java. And where is it? To use command line tool, we need to install more info. Visit the Java developer kit. Okay. You gotta install Java to do this. Boom. On Mac. Boom. Download. Sorry, guys. I would really hope that I would have these things installed beforehand. To save us our time and everything. Apologize about this. It's okay. Hey, we're learning together, and someone else might be having the same issues, and they might get stuck. So, who knows? This could be helping one of you guys out. I'm like solely saying this to make myself feel better about all these delays. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, maybe we'll just have to do like a part 2 of this. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, like I didn't know I was unmuted. I was here for like about 2-3 minutes. No, it like my hotspot went out, and then I went on my house Wi-Fi. It's like a lot lower, but I guess what I use for now. All good. Real quick, also, I'm also realizing this thing is taking a lot. Like it's now at 17 minutes. Okay, hold on, it's going back down. I don't know. Really not having fun with this internet today. Sorry about the guys. Sorry about the disconnect, guys. Um, yeah, sorry about disconnecting, guys. Having some internet issues. If we don't finish today, I'm more than happy to do a part two to this. Maybe we can go more in depth into this process. And yeah, I'm really sorry that I did not have this prepared for you guys beforehand. But yeah, maybe it's a good thing that we're going through it together. So yeah, thank you for bearing with me, guys. Appreciate it. We're just waiting for this thing to download. We got 13 seconds. Come on now. Go back up. Don't go back up. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I'm like gonna be back in the States, guys, in like literally a week. So I'm really excited to come back to land of good internet. I guess while we wait for this. Um, oh, okay, okay. I guess. Um, like while we wait for this, we wait for this to finish. Um, I don't know. I think we can just talk about here. I think this is a good thing. I can go and show you where I got my domain from, which is Google Domains. And this is the necessary step that you need to do to be able to, do what we're doing here. I know there's other websites. Maybe we can do a quick Google search that offer like cheaper domains. Um, I got mine off Google Domains, and this wants to load. That would be great. Cheap URLs or cheap domains. Let me see what's up. And I can't even load up a simple page. Got this installed. So let's run it. Let's run it while we wait. Okay, perfect. So you can just simply like search your domain. Go to my domains right over here. Cheap. It was highly recommended by one of my professors. Um, it's you're not going to find honestly something cheaper than name cheap. They offer the same domains as Google, so you can compare the price if you want. I think I pay about like $12 a year for my domain, and as you can see over here, you can pay as cheap as like $8 a year. And yeah, I guess we got this installed. Continue, install password. Boom. Come on, come on, come on. All right, we've successfully installed it. Move that to trash. go back to our terminal. On this command, we might have to close our terminal and reopen it up. Unable to locate an executable at. Okay, let's just close the terminal and open it back up again. Gives us the same error. Let's Google it. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so it gave us the same error. Copy error. Google. See what's popping. Most certainly export Java home is a culprit. This env variable should point to Googling shows the best option for Mac seems to be export. Oh, do I just have to put it in my home library? That would like what it is. Can I just run this? I wonder if I can run this in the terminal. Okay, boom. Nope, same thing. You didn't even ask me for my password, my man. Okay. Let's see if we can go to somewhere else, get some help. This page isn't working. Man. I feel like I'm letting you guys down today. Okay, I'm trying to execute, etc. Powerful instructions have the same problem. What? No, this is still open issue. This isn't solved. It's not looking like we're getting to a clear answer here, guys. By the way, if knows like what's going on, what I'm doing wrong, please, comment in the chat. Let your boy know what you could be doing to make this better. And yeah, I believe it's the same error we have. Apple stopped pre-installing Java on whatever. Probably use some GV8, but Java home bin is normally not on your. Sorry, Jordan, I got disconnected again. It's okay if we can just call it because I'm clearly having some technical issues. I'd like to, happy to do an outro. If all good. Am I live? Oh, sweet. Sorry, guys. I'm having some serious technical issues. It happens, but I promise you I'm going to figure it out and come back next Tuesday for us with a video, a part 2, but deploying our applications. Today, where it did not go so well, but it's okay. Hopefully next week we'll get it. All right, guys. Hope you have